Gentlemen, we're going to get started now. Please welcome to the stage your teacher, as always, Rodney Ramsey.
Oh wow! Oh man, that's so good, guys. Thank you. That's crazy. That was insane. What? Oh wow. Hey guys, how you doing? You good?
Good.
Yeah, I got a heart. I didn't know I had that. Hey Simon.
What's up?
Gangster. Yeah. So really quick, and then we'll get this thing started. I did a show this morning, and yeah, it was a as we call it, college, and they were pretty bad. They were pretty bad. Yeah.
Isn't that the standard for colleges?
Yep.
Yeah, but I you know what? I think so. I think it's pretty much the standard for any show at noon, to be honest with you. Like, I think like there's a lot of things students, I think because they've been lectured by adults all day, you know what I mean? They have another adult come in and they're in the same mental state as they were before, you know, absorbing knowledge and trying to be respectful. So, you know, I can run up in there and I start dropping N-bombs on them every 2 seconds. It's hard for them to unwind, you know? Yeah, exactly. So, however, I think it's also still a good lesson because these people, like, you know, we're into it and we're always going to meet crowds that are seemingly not into it. But every crowd has a different, they all assume a personality and they become a singular entity. And just give me a second. Yeah. So you have to treat them as one person, and sometimes that entity, it's not in the mood. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just not into it, right? And then you got to figure out how you're going to deal with that. I think there's right ways of doing it, and I think there's wrong ways of doing it, and I think always, no matter what, in any scenario, the wrong thing to do is to blame the crowd. Don't do it. Not at the very least, not to their face, man. Like, even if it's them, you know what I'm saying? You cannot, like, you're just going to alienate yourself. So don't ever be like, you're stupid because you didn't get my joke. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's on you, man. Like, and they came here to see a professional, make them laugh, right? So like that, you blaming them for not getting your joke, man, I don't think I've ever seen that. like, you know, put a comic in the favor of a crowd. I don't think I've ever seen it work. There are other ways you can do this. To me, what you could do, you can call them out, right? That's different. That's not blaming somebody for not getting your joke, right? Someone doesn't laugh at your joke, that's one thing. But, you know, someone's on their phone, that's why they're not laughing. Yo, boom, that could be a laugh right there, right? Like, there's all kinds of reasons, right? Like, I've done a spot where there was like a giant moose, like right above freaking the stage, right? Like, I'm like, you know, I mean, you call it the club. So, like, you don't have to blame the crowd, but it doesn't mean stop you from calling them out. You can do crowd work. That could work. I mean, it didn't work today for us. However, I mean, depending on your scenario, you go into them, start talking to them, because some crowds, I mean, you know, some crowds respond really well to crowd work and they're not responding that well to jokes, right? So that's always an option for you. My favorite option, like, I like to just triple down on what they hate about me. Like, my favorite thing is to just, oh, you don't like this? Well, you're just gonna get a lot more. I'll turn it up to like 50 and then I enjoy it. And then sometimes they laugh. And even if they don't, like, at that point, what could I do but enjoy myself? You know what I mean? And have fun. Right. Like, and it's the most cheesiest thing to say, but having fun, like, especially figuring out, if you can figure out a way to have fun when there's like 50 to 100 people sitting there not laughing at you, yo, you won, bro. Like, that's it. You're the winner, right? And a lot of them are going to come back and be like, sorry about the crowd, man. You were awesome. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, number one rule, and the comic did it today, man. Don't never blame them. I saw a comic do it during Europe, and like it was like, man, and it wasn't even the crowd's fault. The joke just wasn't good. Like he blamed people for not laughing at a bad joke. Like, don't do it, you know. Anyways, okay, that's all I had to say. I think we should do this. Bunny, you had your hand up for a second. Sorry.
No, I was just going to ask you if that's a nut you have to figure out how to crack, but you kind of answered it.
There you go. See, you gotta wait. Wait
That's
till
why
I'm
I
done.
raised my hand. That's why I raised my hand. I didn't talk.
Yeah. There you go. Here we go. That's progress. All right, let's do this. Who's hosting tonight?
Bunny is actually.
Okay, so Bunny. All right, so if you host your first time hosting, give it up for Buddy, your first time hosting the beta show tonight. Wait, slow down, Buddy, slow down. Jesus Christ.
I like that Pavlovian response though, like, give it up, everybody. Just like, give me on the stage.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first note I'm giving you. Just like, chill the fuck out. It's gonna be a long night.
I don't have good thumb control with this one though.
Okay, so what we do when I think you've probably seen it, I'll have you host the class so you'll get into the groove, all right? First thing you got to do before you bring up the first person, you got to, when you come up here, you make sure that you say welcome to the show, whatever you can say, Joe Club Beta Show, doesn't matter. Introduce the venue, introduce yourself, and then you can do a little bit of time, then you bring up somebody. It doesn't have to be that order for the mentioning the place and the show and who you are. Okay, and and then Simon's going to bring you up. Right, and then you come on here and you do your thing. He's gonna play the music, and then you do the intro. Sounds good? Come up, start in the back. Let's go. You call up all the acts. Yeah, and you got 3 minutes off the top.
Ironic.
Yeah, there's stairs, Bunny. You can just walk up the stairs, Bunny.
You said come in the back.
Yeah, but this way.
I listen to orders.
Go in the back via the front. That makes a lot of sense, right?
Go in the back via the front. Yes, that is how I do it.
Bunny,
sounds like my ideal Saturday night.
All right, so everybody, we're going to do the usual 3 minutes of time maximum. I'm going to put the light on after 2 minutes, and you'll have another minute to go. Everybody, give it up huge for the host of Joe Club and Beta Show, or whatever this is called tonight, Bunny. Bunny. Woo!
Hey, Tina, Crow, Blue, Belligerent. Welcome to Joke Club at the Unknown Theater in the Metaverse.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so how y'all doing today?
Woo!
Yeah, can I see some confetti? How about some actual noise? Do you guys still have mouths?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we're here today to bring comics that are old school and new school. They're going to work on some new bits. They're going to work on some old bits. Some are pros, some are new. I want you to be respectful and have a real good time. I want to hear your voice. I want you to make some noise. Bring up the first act.
Yeah, you could. Do you want to do some time?
You introduce yourself.
You didn't.
Oh,
Okay,
I didn't introduce myself. I gotta do it again.
But you did everything else so well. But yeah, do it again. You did everything else so perfect, though. But go ahead, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get this show started. Everybody, please welcome to the stage your host tonight, Bunny.
I am Bunny, and you are at Joke Club at the Unknown Theater in the Metaverse, and we welcome you here and enjoy having you all a fucking time. Give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah.
Okay, good to see you, Taynak. Good to see you, Blue. Good to see you, Commodore Solly.
Yo, do some crowd work, Commodore.
Okay, Commodore Sally. Let's see. You look like you might be white, but I'm not sure.
I might be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blue. Clearly, right?
I thought I was blue.
Definitely. We're both blue. We're both blue, baby.
Okay.
We make up Bunny Blue. Blue Bunny.
Okay.
You can eat us.
That sounds like an Easter candy.
That is
it's
an
an
ice
ice cream.
cream, honey. Blue Bunny, look it up. Tastes great.
Where do I sign up?
Commodore, what do you do?
Currently unemployed, but I do part-time consulting.
Unemployed! Give it up! We're not working!
Yeah. Fun employed.
Okay, so you get to live the life of leisure. What do you do in your leisure time?
Hang out in VR sometimes, and I like to do sports and stuff.
Hang out
Relax.
in VR. Now, how hard have you hung out in VR? I've learned this thing called head pats. Be careful, it's a slippery slope.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Pandora's
I'm not going to
box.
tell you then.
No,
Okay.
tell us, what is it? I genuinely would like to know.
Oh,
Yeah.
head pats. So this is a lot of stuff going on in VR chat. Doesn't really work so well in here. Head pats. You go into VR chat, you get all touchy, and it's like a hug. You know, a hug, like you can walk up, you can give your mom or your dad a hug, your brother, your sister. It's just a fucking hug. Very platonic. Your good buddy. Just a hug. You can also walk up and give somebody a hug, and it's like, yeah, this is a we're gonna fuck hug. That is head pat.
All right.
I had to clear this up because the first time I learned about head pats, I'm like, oh my God, I got to show my son and my daughter-in-law and her mom and dad and her brother and sister and all. And then I'm like, and then a little while later, as I learned more about head pats, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. This might not be purely platonic. I better find out more. Yeah, so there's a scale.
Then you found out it was a fuck hug. Oh my God, okay.
A fuck hug.
And you're pretty much at 3 minutes. Yo, bunny.
That was
Bro, that was so wonderful. That
Yeah,
was the
great job.
first time I've ever seen you not like, I love you to death, but you come out here and you're kind of like a robot. You're like joke
I am a
robot.
robot.
Yo, that was phenomenal. I've been trying to get
I'm
the
a fuck
bunny.
bot.
Yo, no, oh my God,
Whoa.
fuck hug. Oh, wonderful, great crowd work. No, that was pro, man. You went in there, you asked him what he did, and then you you know what I mean. You found out more information, and you spoke about him, and then you talked about this thing that nobody. You wrote a joke right in front of us, bro.
Mhm.
You wrote a joke right there, man, and you weren't even gonna do it. I had to ask you. I said, tell
But
us
you
what that
had
is,
to
and
tell
then
me. Yeah, because it was really fucking dirty.
and you're
And there's
always
another
really,
reason.
anyways, yo, you have that recorded. That's like a joke. Great crowd work. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Fantastic. You're a natural host. Let's keep it. Let's go.
All I'll add, just to accentuate everything you just said, is like that was a great example of you being forced to not just talk at the audience but respond to them. You had to
Yeah.
listen to what he had to say, you had to process it, and then come up with a response, which is a big part of hosting. But it's that kind of energy and that relationship that you just built there that should come into the material too, ideally.
Yeah,
But
man. Yeah.
My fear and problem is watching the timer.
Don't watch the timer. You don't never look at the timer. You only look at it when the red light goes on. And you're about to bring up the first act, but you know what else killed me? When you kept coming out with higher to higher energy. Yo, that made me lose it. The second time you're just like, that was too much. Really good. Remember that shit. Okay, bring who's first, man? Who's going up first?
Who's coming up first? Who wants to get on my stage? Okay,
All right.
I see chemically blue, green. Please give it up for that emo boy you know and love. Woo!
Yeah.
See, I can't match her energy, guys. Fucking, yo, guys,
Yeah, you
I
can.
wasn't always emo. I wasn't always emo. When I was a little kid, I was like Butters from South Park. Like, I remember, right? Like, me and my friends got in trouble when we were in elementary school. Like, the teacher was like, I heard one of you was cursing. And like, my child brain, I was like, curses aren't real. And she was just like so not understanding. She was just like, what do you mean curses aren't real? I was just like, magic's not like an actual thing that exists. Like, just like my child brain, just like, yeah, like I don't practice the dark arts. I've never even said Avada Kedavra. Oh shit. Fucking, and I got like, I think suspended for saying that, and I was so not, like, I was not being a smartass. I legitimately thought that the teachers thought we were witches. Yeah, I was a stupid fucking kid. I didn't know that the Salem witch trials weren't about witches until I was like maybe 14 years old. That was like the same time I realized Santa Claus wasn't real. And when I realized that, I was like, wait a second, does that mean God's not real too? Oh my God, it all makes sense now. Oh my God. And my mom was like, they are totally different things. And I was like, how are they different? They're the same fucking thing. And like, you know, I started listening to My Chemical Romance. My clothes was all black. I went from like wearing like basically like dress shirts every day to wearing like band tees every day. It was great. Fucking, but like I still went to church, right? I still went to church up to a certain point, right? Because like I remember like fucking when I was a kid, it would be Father, Son, Holy Ghost, or Holy Spirit. My grandpa and like his family would say Father, Son, Holy Ghost. And my adult brain, I'm just like, someone in the fucking 90s was just like, we cannot call God the Holy Ghost. We cannot call God the Holy Ghost. Like, I remember I got yelled at for saying Holy Spirit once, and I'm just like, how am I getting criticized for how I'm praying? Like, motherfucker, like, how do you get in trouble for praying wrong? Like, fucking... Like, I always talk to God, like, when I did pray, I talked to God, like, hey, how you doing, buddy? So, today's been shit, but I'm doing my best. Anyway, how's the sun? That's all I got.
Oh, that was wonderful, dude. Nice done. That was so good. You know what? You did exactly like, you know, when Blue started talking, when Bunny started talking about her family, like, you know, you know, I really get into that shit, and you really started getting into like your background. That's great. You don't usually, you don't usually get into like that. Yo, your first like the first 2 minutes was just also really spot on. Did you write that stuff? Did you actually write that?
Yeah, I did. That was I worked on that all day.
You see that? Oh man, buddy, do you see the difference?
I do.
Oh my God, dude!
I think like, I took your advice and for Sam's advice, because he said pick at one of like a memory you have, and like your advice of just keep writing it. Yeah. Oh, Simon, dude, if you have any breathtaking advice, I'll use that too.
No, wait. I got. Okay. I'm not done. Simon can have you after I'm finished.
oh, daddy.
Yeah. Okay, so the end has like someone telling you you're praying wrong. Awesome. Like that whole thing. I think it's the hardest part of the joke, I think. But I think once you figure that, like once you get that Rubik's Cube figured out, it's gonna be the funniest part. And dude, you like, it's funny because that joke you have about like cursing, and like, you think it was a curse, which I think is so funny. And it's not done. You can keep keep editing.
Yeah, no, that's very much so.
Funny. Please keep bringing this back, and please keep working on this time and extending it, because it's only 3 minutes. You make it 5. Yeah, but the fact, because you curse all the time, you just drop F-bombs for no reason. You know? So I just think if you started cursing at God too, because the curse that you drop, it's a double entendre, right? You're cursing anyways, whatever. There's so much there. Yeah, sorry. Here you go, Simon. Really, really great.
Just a couple of little potential extra joke options at the end when you're talking to God. I feel like once you're like breaking up the fact that you're like, hey God, what's up? You could even say like, and God's usually like, hey man, how's it going? Good. You like whatever. Like I think you can do that the same way you can make dogs talk, objects talk.
Sorry, Simon. You can give God a really shitty voice too. You can think of something real. You can make God sound like anything, right? Like sound like a symbol.
I've never seen someone make up a random voice and then after that say, I don't know why I chose that accent, and not get a laugh off that. You know, like you can pick up whatever, like to your point, you can pick whatever voice and then be like, I don't know why I chose that voice. And people will be like, like it's
make God a huge black dude, make him huge.
Isn't that racist if I do that?
No.
You have to do it really well.
You have to do it. You have to be on point though. You have to be
okay. We're gonna have to like one-on-one training.
We'll practice. Okay.
The only other thing I was gonna mention
seal of approval
was that I thought you were gonna say something along the lines of, wait a minute, Santa Claus isn't real, but witches are, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like something to play off of there.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Cool.
Okay, that was great. Keep working on that time. Let's bring Bunny back up.
Bunny!
All right, in the name of the Father, our two daddies up here in the bird's nest, and chemically blue-green. Let's give it up for chemically blue-green.
Yeah.
Who's going to come up on this stage next?
I'll go.
Okay, come on up. Give it up for Arvin.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Bunny, for the great introduction. Got a couple of one-liners that I've been working on over here. So my girlfriend said that she needed more space. So I bought her a telescope. We're still together now, but she's developed a fetish for black holes. I recently bought a sex robot from Japan, but it came infected with malware. I can't come until I pay the hackers Bitcoin. Little do they know, they're playing right into my hand. I learned that if you volunteer to pick grapes at a vineyard, they'll pay you in wine. So I volunteered to wax bikinis. Once I even volunteered as a janitor. That was on my bucket list. I have a friend who was convicted of crypto trading fraud, and now he's on a blockchain gang. They always focus on the power failures, but you never really hear about the power successes. I'm a slow eater, and waiters often get mad, so they can dish it, but they can't take it. I've always wanted washboard abs, not because I'm trying to look hot. I'm just trying to avoid doing laundry. My boss says I've got good ideas, but bad execution, so I killed him. I recently found out that butt dial and booty call are not the same thing. Thank you, human resources. I recently became a vegan, but I was surprised to find out I can no longer use duct tape. I find that there's so many toiletries that come with like herbs and fruits these days. You got coconut milk shampoo, cool mint conditioners. Throw in some mouthwash and you're making a pina colada. All right, guys. Oh my God, does that mean I'm over the 3 minutes by 2 minutes?
That means you got
40 seconds.
That means you got a minute to go before you're
Believe
at
me,
10.
okay. Well, I didn't write enough for the full 3 minutes. So,
Okay. Dude, you've been writing. Holy crap, bro. Buddy.
Try and read that book you recommended. Like I said, it's helping quite a bit and working on my stuff.
Yeah, you have a mind that you're already on your way writing like that, so I'm sure it makes a lot of sense. To you. Yeah, no, it was great. It's very interesting because you're doing the one-liner things. I'm only digging it because you write so many. I usually cannot stand this shit, but you're like bam, 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 which I love. Like whatever. Yeah, you need to you're gonna keep writing them. So obviously you're gonna get to this point, but you have to really pay attention to this super detailed wording. Like you said, the waiters can dish it, but they can't
take it. Yeah.
And do you remember the way you said it, exactly the way you said it?
Yeah, sure. So basically it was I'm a slow eater, so waiters often get mad. They can dish it, but they can't take it.
That's because they can dish it, but they can't take it. If you drop a because in there, I believe that's gonna make the joke work a little bit better. It's gonna. I'm not sure if it's flow or whatever. Just in my brain is just sounding better. Yeah, if you drop a because in there, I don't know. It might give it a little more distance too, because the jokes are coming fast. So that was one. I can't remember what the other one was. Oh no, it was so good. The booty call and the butt dial at the same thing. Yeah. That might be the best joke ever written in history. So that shit made me laugh so hard. Man, there was another one. Anyways, just really there's gonna be it's gonna be super, super, super detailed, some of the wording. But yeah, super funny, man. You wrote so much. Awesome.
Thank
Really,
you so
really
much.
good.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
everybody's killing it today. Let's keep it going. Everybody's
All right.
I'll
bring
just
back on
mention
Bunny.
that Arvin, just make sure when you're getting on the stage, you stand in the center of the stage. You're a little off center,
shoot.
and
Yeah, I
that'll
see
help.
that.
And a little bit forward. That perfect spot.
Gotcha.
Up front
Yeah,
of
the
you.
perfect spot is if you go a little closer, Arvin. If you go like yeah, right, yeah, that's
Yeah.
like that's where I always stand. Yeah.
But,
Gotcha.
and also, like, I mean, it's not a bad thing here, and people often do like this sort of like one-line tee-up of whatever they're going to say for some reason in Joe Club. But definitely, if you're going to go on stage, definitely don't announce the one-liners to come.
Oh yeah, no.
Yes, I hates that.
And I would recommend. I know you're just testing some things here, but if you can, of all the one-liners, so you can open with a one-liner about yourself as part of an introduction to you. I think that's one of the stronger one-liner to do as an
All right.
opener one-liner.
Perfect. I'll make one. Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys, so much.
One more. You're a little fast. Let people laugh at your shit. It'll.
Still too fast, eh? Okay.
Yeah, you would have probably been at over 3 minutes. I guess this might have been a bad thing, but you would have got close to 3 minutes if you let people laugh. They would have laughed longer. Okay, let's keep it going. Who's next?
Thanks.
Oh,
Go on up, Bunny.
whatever. Sorry, bring up Bunny. I'm sorry.
Okay, give it up for Arvin. He butt dialed me last night for a booty call. He impressed. I won't lie. Ladies, line up. Speaking of ladies, Isabel, welcome to the unknown. First time?
Hey. First time in the metaverse.
First time in the metaverse. Oh, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome. I hope you
So-
stay for the beta show that comes after.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun.
Okay, hit your right A button. You get to jump
Right. Amen.
in your right hand.
Right.
Yeah.
hand
The
ball
button closest to your thumb.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay, now throw both hands up in the air. You get some
Oh, yeah.
confetti, lady. Woo!
Yes.
All right,
That-
she's on it. Okay, let's bring the next act up. We're gonna have Tainak. Tainak, come on
What are you
up.
gonna
Are you
say,
gonna give us a
Sam?
little poem today?
Sorry,
that is up to you. Vinny missed my poem last week, and I don't really want to depress everyone, so I did come prepared with something I've been working on.
Cool. Let's do it.
So, for those of you in the room who don't know me, I am almost a therapist. So, yes, I am up here judging you. I don't really like telling people that I'm a therapist. One of the coolest things about doing stand-up is that when someone I don't know asks me what I do, I can honestly tell them I'm an amateur stand-up. And this got me thinking, I'm a super therapist, and stand-up is kind of like my Clark Kent. I even put on glasses. So one time I joined this Discord gaming group and accidentally told them I'm a therapist. Before I knew it, I had my own room in the Discord and I hold therapy sessions once a week. But now that I have stand-up, I can say I'm an amateur stand-up. But this created its own issue because it doesn't seem to matter what you do. Someone is always going to come up to you and ask you questions based on your job, right? Like if you're a banker, someone will come up and say, hey, where should I invest my money? If you're a musician, someone will say, hey, play me a song. If you're a dentist, someone says, my tooth looks weird. Can you look at it? If you're a doctor, it's like, I've got this ingrown toenail. If you're a sex worker, guy will just whip his dick out and be like, hey, see what you got. If you're a garbage man, it's like, hey, what's the best way to dispose of a hooker?
Oh my God.
And if you're a lawyer, it's like, how much is this going to cost me to get away with this murder? And it just got me thinking that being a therapist is no different. Once I tell someone I'm a therapist, it's like they lay on the metaphorical couch and it all started when I was 5 and my parents didn't get me a pony for my birthday. But before you knew it, I was putting hamsters in my ass. Whoa!
Oh, Richard Gere.
So now when I have an unknown person come up to me and ask me, what do you do? I can say I'm an amateur stand-up comic. And the response I've gotten is, well, where's the punchline? So I can't get away with it. That's all I have for that.
Nice.
That was great, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then week you come here, you make people cry, and the next week you come here, you make them laugh. What the hell are you?
I can make you cry again.
I don't want that shit right now. I cried twice today already. That was well written. You know what? Like everybody's like, oh man, you guys are actually all writing and stuff. This is so great. Thank you. I feel like you're listening to me. So you know what I would do? Because you guys are all writing now, which is nice. You know what? You would be surprised on how much more laughter you get once you start selling your jokes. I hate the word selling because there's got to be a better word for it. That you're a funny guy, you're like super laid back, and you're a kind of monotone, okay? Which is not a problem. Whatever, it's obviously who you are. But play with that a bit, like, because like just because you're a chill, laid back guy doesn't mean you can't get louder or softer. You know what I mean? A little more inflection in some places. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever's natural to you, because as soon as you start sounding unnatural, take people out of it. But yeah, man, play with your voice. Like, you got a really nice voice. It's soothing as fuck, which I know why. I knew you're so true about what you do. Oh, your opening joke was fantastic. So fast. Really in there. Exactly what Simon was saying. For a perfect example for Arvin, it was like such a perfect like in there. But yeah, man, play around. Like you don't just need to be. You can have fun. Have fun with the words, and you know, like you're almost singing a song up there too. You can really play around with the things you say, and you know how you say them as well. You know, you're very fixated on the writing, which is great. But you're also an actor up there. You know, and acting is fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. But great stuff, man. You're getting stronger every class. So awesome. I challenge you, Tainak, to be a little more charismatic than you already are. You have a lot of fun doing it. Trust me. Yeah. I'm all charisma, no jokes. All charisma, bro. That's so much fun, though.
Andy's got a big wiener.
Gigantic. Who knows? Oh, Dale knows. Dale absolutely knows. That wasn't racist at all. He's actually seen it. Okay, let's keep this thing moving. Good job. Anything, Simon? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that was the best set I've seen you do so far.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dude, that was nice.
All right. Let's bring Bunny back. Bunny.
Oh my God, Dale's not wearing the Lebowski outfit.
Spring
Let's give it up for
is
Tainak.
springing.
Come on, another round of applause for Tainak. You put
Yeah.
him on his couch and stuff the hamsters up your ass himself. Who's up next? Come on. Belligerent, you gonna come up and do a set?
Anybody wanted to do joke club today? Anyone raise your hand? Anyone?
I'll do an old bit.
Did you want to? Crow
All
wants
right.
to. Crow wants to.
We got
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
Crow.
Crow.
Dale, you're
Crow.
next. You're next. Let's give it up for Crow. Can I get a caw from the crowd?
Until my internet holds up. I just want to start out by saying I have a drinking problem. I'm Irish and I'm sober. Now, my old man was Irish and drunk. Now, he perpetuated a stereotype. Growing up, he had this gypsy beat doorway he made up of just those old beer can pull tabs. You know, too bad they didn't come in different colors. He could have just made this like old mural on the wall of just a sad-looking kid looking at his father, just passed out on the floor. And he didn't just drink alcohol. I mean, he made it. Going to the store, everyone thought he was a health nut. Wheat, corn, potatoes. Yeah, those were his vodka ingredients. Yeah, he couldn't boil water, but the man could sure turn it into vodka. And it's hard being sober, and Irish and sober. Not very welcome at family reunions, mostly because of the 10-drink minimum. And I mean, that's just to get in. I think we're the only family that has a tailgating party they got to go to get to the regular party. And it turns into like a pub crawl. You know, like there's this little sign that says you must be crawling this low to enter. Yeah, there's another one that says, if you can read this, you're too sober. Get back over there. And And they are, really rough too. I mean, they will fight over the most petty things. They don't know who the current president is. They have no opinion on how to fix the economy. But they will fight tooth and nail over who's going to win the next WrestleMania. And another weird thing about them is the venue. Most people have these get-togethers at parks and fire halls. My family rents out gymnasiums with boxing rings. We don't hire caterers. We hire referees.
I'm gonna give Duke I'll be back. Okay.
Yeah, my parents were actually separated before I was even conceived. So, growing up, I always thought that I was a that wasn't the funny part.
That was a sad fact.
So, growing up, I always thought that I was just an excuse by my mom to keep my dad in her life. It didn't work. But hey, at least I know what's planned. By one parent. Yeah. Growing up, my mom said I was the ugliest baby she had ever seen. I didn't even have a face a mother could love. Yeah. Actually, she she said I looked like a Chinese baby. She always used to use this racial Asian slur to describe me. It's like, I'm not even Asian, I'm Irish. Use one of them. There's 100 of them.
Okay.
And I love potatoes, so at least half of them would work. Okay.
Okay, cool. You were a little overboard. Oh my god. You're back. The crow is back.
And fixing up my old stuff too.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. Like everything. I think 98% of that hit, and I've heard some of that stuff before. There was some new stuff. I loved it, man. I got nothing to say, dude.
Thank you.
You filthy crow.
I have something for you. When you were talking about your family not giving a shit about some things, but really caring about WrestleMania, I was really hoping for some kind of a 1 or 2 line act out of that. Of some kind, just give me some flavor of what that WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, like a Family Guy flashback.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. You don't know how drunk my family gets, brother. Anything.
Yeah, I was going for, they won't care about anything that actually matters, but they will fight tooth and nail over something that, first of all, is staged, and second of all, it doesn't even matter anyway.
But even if it's a line that's it's gonna be Undertaker, you son of a bitch. Even if it's whatever, just some kind of line that puts me in that.
Yeah, I'll undertake you.
Yeah. You want to make WrestleMania great again? Anyway. Okay, that was awesome, Crow. Good to have you back. Let's keep it going. We can fit in another few people? Let's go.
If anyone want to do 3 minutes here in preparation?
Yeah.
Yep, we got Dale. Come on, give it up for Crow. Crow, I hear butt stuff doesn't count, so you can do an ass shot. And if you want to know the person that last did some butt chugging in the back, Dale 3. Give it up for Dale 3 and his butt chug.
Oh, that could spiral this completely out of control. I was gonna polish off something, but then, I do have a butt chugging story.
No, do what you were gonna do.
Stick with the polish.
Okay. Okay.
Step up a little bit. Everybody's killing it tonight. You got to step up a little bit. Come on the stage.
Oh, fair.
Boom,
okay. Cool. Yeah. So just remind me to tell you about the butt chug. No, it's comforting to hear Crow talk about how it was tough growing up and being ugly and all that. I too was cursed with being ugly. Maybe not as much as Crow, but. No, growing up pretty ugly. My mom used to feed me with a slingshot. It was tough. No, my mom really wanted a girl, to be completely honest. She would tuck me in every morning. Thank you, Blue. No, that was a Buffalo Bob joke. It's okay. Growing up, my sister had a weird birthmark on her lower back, and instead of just getting it, fixed by like a dermatologist or something. We may or may not have convinced her that she was born with a tail. So yeah, that was, and the extended family was in on it as well, which made family functions nice because they would kick in, their 1 or 2 cents about having a tail. I would send her videos I'd stumble across of like some little Indian kid being born with a tail, and I'd be like, oh look, Jim. But no, it got to a point where it's like we finally, had to tell her on a graduation night, that was one of our gifts. We let her know that it was all a joke. She wasn't as happy as we were. The poor thing. But the best part about that is knowing that at some point she probably confided in a friend that she she was so self-conscious about being born with a tail. Anyways, but no, I did butt chug some Jack Daniels in college. That was the first time I visited an ER. I had charcoal. That one's not a joke. I just really wanted to tell you about butt chugging. Yeah, anyways, no, that was just a couple things. I do have stuff for the beta show, though. Thanks, guys.
It's funny, Dale, man, like, you're so charming, you kind of break all the rules. Like, I can't tell you, like, you laugh at your jokes, but I like your laugh. It all kind of feeds your whole character and stuff, and fucking your character is good. I got a question though. Were you reading sometimes, or or did you have all your jokes memorized?
Oh no, so I have like photographic memory because like, boy, am I really bad at like writing legibly. So like I just visualize the words typed out in my brain, and I just have to thumb through them. And
Stop.
Times New Roman size 12.
Stop. So you're a fucking pothead with a photographic memory?
Yeah, like if it's when it came to like memorizing things, like if I read, well, not even read, I would just memorize where the words were on the page.
Oh my god!
You know what this comes off?
Oh yeah, this fact, like said it was about World War II. Oh yeah, the Treaty of Versailles. That note was right above this note that said like, Poland was invaded this year. So I'd find the one that was like Poland was invaded, and then the Treaty of Versailles. It was
seem like a counterintuitively lazy stoner who's like, I don't feel like writing it all out. I'm just going to memorize everything.
It's like, man, they couldn't even call it like LD. Like it was just like we don't know. He's not wrong. He's just an idiot.
There's I'm not saying do it tonight. I'm not saying do it tonight. But there's definitely a joke there. That's funny, man. Wow.
Oh no, I had
you're that meme when it's just that woman, she's staring at the camera and it's like that math problem. You ever see that? Like the human version.
Just rolling through. Okay, well that didn't work. Crazy. Well, here's this one. I was going down on my grandma the other day and I tasted horse semen.
Okay.
And I thought, boy, that's how she died.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good God.
That's an open. What do you think? Do you think that's an opener side or a close?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
I got a million of those things. It's harder than Jesus holding a handful of Skittles.
All right, Dale, you're fucking charismatic.
But you could add, there's maybe room for, like, you're talking about he's a pothead with a photographic memory. Because of the fact that potheads are known to have bad memories, that is like a hilarious opposing power, and I feel like there's got to be room for that's like someone.
I've always been more of a picture person. I don't care for the words.
But there's got to be an analogy there where there's another type of person. Like that's like a person who would
it's
normally
like an
have a
Asian
bad
who's
trait.
bad at math.
Genre kind of thing.
It's like a lot of my my tasks failed successfely.
Like an Asian.
or but it's like it's close. That's like,
yeah, basically, it's like, it's Crow's joke. It's like an Irishman doesn't drink, right? Yeah, whatever. You'll figure it out. You always do.
Yeah.
Let's keep this thing going. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Do it at the beta show. And Bunny, we got enough. We got time for at least one more, maybe two.
One more.
Keep it going. Give it up for Dale 3, his butt chugging, and oh my God, going down on his grandma. Fuck, man. Jesus Christ. And can you imagine if he didn't smoke pot? He'd be reading our fucking minds. Bad business. Well, who do we got next? Who wants to come up next?
Anybody raise your hands if you want to go
For,
up. If
for
not-
those of you that just
if
walked
not-
in, this
if
is
not,
Joe
I'll go
Club.
up. If nobody wants to, I'll do some. I gotta practice. I'd like to
It's all
practice.
good.
Oh,
Simon.
Simon,
Dale.
please bring those
Dale,
sexy knees
I
of
have
you
already
down
missed
here.
your show.
No,
Give
it's
it up
not
for
until later in
Simon.
the beta show. Simon. woo!
Come on, if you yell loud enough, I'll let you lick his knees when we're done.
Tastes like horse.
Oh my
Dale,
God!
Dale said he has a
Everybody,
show
bunny,
going
bunny,
on
bunny.
later,
Always
so
about licking and
hopefully we'll be able to
fluids
catch it.
and always about stuff. Hey,
Oh,
Stud
yeah.
Muffin, how you doing?
What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up?
Am I talking loud?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck, sorry, man.
It's okay. Don't worry about that. I'm just happy you're here, man. I'm an empathetic guy. I don't know about you, but like this is maybe one of my powers, but one of my weaknesses. I'm crippled by empathy. I'm like a robot that's like has the empathy dialed up. If that makes any sense, I'm like an empathy GPT kind of app. Stands for giant puddle of tears. It's messed up. Like I watch. It's sad things that I see on TV and movies. They really like I feel it inside me, in my heart, in my gut. But happy things, really sweet, touching moments, destroy me. Like I don't know if you ever watched Shark Tank and you ever watched like the Kid Tripreneur edition. Holy shit! I am crying from 1 minute in to the end. Some pretty little kid made a store selling bow ties for like $25 a piece. Total ripoff, but I'm like, it's so cute, it's so sweet, and his parents support him so much, and he appreciates his parents support him, and the sharks love that his parents support him. And it really messes with me. Like I other examples of empathy. I can't watch action movies. I have to watch things like Shark Tank because I can't watch action movies anymore. Because every time someone dies, I'm like, oh shit. Every time a henchman dies, even like a Bond movie, I'm like, that could have been a father. To be fair, probably a shitty dad. Let's be honest. Actually, to be fair, probably a shitty kid too. Let's be honest. Like at the end of the day, it would be fair, but like really, like that's gonna be an orphan child or a widowed wife, right? This guy, and then Sean Connery like skis by the guy. He's like, looks like she's having dinner for one. Not cool. I feel bad mowing the lawn, like because I'm cutting off the heads of a blade of grass. Like I feel only the tiniest bit bad. But there are a lot of blades of grass that the whole time I'm just thinking, holy fuck! If this is at all wrong, I am the worst person in the world for mowing this grass. That one's gonna get cut.
Like the grass?
I like the grass.
So, one last thing I'll say.
Plant Holocaust.
Yeah. Oh, burn! I was at the airport. I couldn't believe it. I was at the airport, and they had the line for security, and it was the longest line in the world. I don't know if you've ever been to the airport when security's backed up, and it was just like this snake of sadness of people. And I was like, oh my God. And I walk up to the back of the line, and this person comes up to me and is like, excuse me, sir, that's the back of this segment of the line. It continues on the other side of this corridor. And my first thought was, you have the worst job in the world. You just sit here taking sad people and making them realize that it's much worse than they ever thought it was. And I don't know where else to go with that, but that's all I've got.
Oh man, he's like reverse Santa Claus. There's so many things that guy can be. That's so good. That was a great set, Simon. That was awesome, man.
Yeah,
I very much enjoyed all of that. Yeah.
Sorry.
And you know, and I don't want to take this away from you. This was a really, really good class, and great job hosting. Great job headlining. You'll notice the further along a show goes, if it's a good show, everybody doing their job, like it just keeps getting funnier and funnier, and it culminated with Simon having a set and watching what everybody else was doing and applying it himself. I don't know if you've noticed that. This fucking robot over here, he fucking observed all the notes and then applied them to himself.
Johnny Five need input.
Five is alive.
Johnny Five is alive. Your mother was a blender.
What is that from? What are you guys quoting? Is that a quote?
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit, I've never seen that. Is
It
that a
was
cartoon?
it was live action Wally.
Part two. Part two.
Really? That's hilarious.
Gutenberg.
It's really funny. I want to watch it. Okay, well that's the class. Great. That was I'm so happy we recorded all of that. That was a great class, guys. Man, keep writing. You guys are freaking amazing. Beta show is going to be awesome tonight. And Bunny, you're going to have so much fun. Just make sure it's easy to go over when you're hosting, especially the first time when you're having fun. So just make sure that you do your, what is it off the top? 5, 7?
I think usually you'd have 3 to 5. I think is good.
Off the top?
Yeah.
As a host in the beta show, only 3 to 5.
I think it depends. I think we've had people just get right into the show, and I think it's good to warm them up a little bit. But like doing a set, I think like everybody else, pretty much about 5.
Yeah.
minutes.
So yeah, you got 5. You got 5 off the top, and you can do jokes in between, but as long as the show doesn't go too long. But yeah, man. Who's signing everybody up for the beta show today?
So yeah, anybody wants to do the beta show, definitely do come see us backstage and check in with Bunny. I gave her some instructions on how hosting works, and I also gave B some instructions on how boothing works. He's going to help us out in the booth tonight, and I'll be backing up both of them. So we'll get started for the beta show as usual at about 9 o'clock, but definitely within the next 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, let your intentions be known to the Bunny over there, and she'll put together the set list for tonight, and we'll get shit started around 9 o'clock.
And we can always use some people going to venues and barking and bringing in audience members, man. That's always really, really appreciated to get the numbers up, because yeah, more people here, better the show.
Yeah,
and there's always people at venues.
That's going to be, and Rodney and I've been talking about this. It's going to be even a longer segment that we'll talk about at some point. But really, you've gotten on stage, you're building your time. We'll work on 10-minute sets too in the near future. Hosting is another way to expand, but part of the figuring out the comedy game is putting together shows. And that's where Rodney got tons of his experience early on. It gives you an entirely different perspective, and hustling and getting out there and building your confidence, talking about the show you're about to perform in is a big part of really show running on the whole. So,
and yeah, the beta show, that's for everybody, man. If you guys, honestly, the shows will be better. If you guys want people, we all know people, man. Invite them on your list. Go out and get them. It's the metaverse, man. Nobody's got shit to do in here. Just keep these shows full, man.
You've been awesome with that, man. Bringing people out, that's been really appreciated. As a lot.
Last thing, because we're like I know Dale's hosting now, Bunny, everybody. You already have one, Belligerent. If you guys can do me a favor, we got a white screen in the back there. If you guys can take some photos of yourself in front of the white screen, I will make posters of you guys so that every time you guys host the beta shows, I can give you guys some fucking promotion materials. Yeah. So yeah, just put them. Just take your whole body as from your waist up. Just throw them in the Joke Club Discord, and I'll fucking make posters of you motherfuckers. Such a great class, guys. I'm so happy.
You mean the green screen, right?
Tomorrow, as usual, we'll have our stand-up workshop, writing workshop. That's every Tuesday at 7:30, run by Slickston and Crow, whenever you can make it as well. And we have a European Joke Club kind of thing going, which is kind of a combination of this and the Tuesday thing on Thursdays as well, because the Europeans don't get to come to this because it's too late for them. So plenty of opportunities to practice more, talk more. This is more of the performance class, but yeah, open mic later soon, and Friday night at 5:30 if you want to practice more. If anyone's available Friday, 5:30 Eastern, that's our European late show, and it's a great show to practice. It's a bit of a tougher crowd, but good practice as well. So if you're looking for a chance to perform and talk some shit with some drunk Europeans, talk to us.
Oh yeah.
All right. Have a great evening. Thanks for coming to the class. Great job, and we'll see you at Beta. Talk to Bunny backstage, and have a great time. For teaching another class.
Okay, I am going to do something really weird. Forgive me.
Okay.
This is going to give you access to backstage. There you go.
Okay,
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Did
Don't
you
mind the
feel
sound.
it?
Isabel's a stand-up comedian. Isabel is
Hey.
fluently bilingual stand-up. Yeah.
I don't know what just happened, but hey, oh, okay.
That's the high five.
Did your toes curl?
Ça fait ça, la même façon.
I don't know.
Getting touchy, you gotta touch each other. They're not gonna
Try it.
Get closer,
This
get
is
closer. There
much
you
better
go.
away from
Nice.
my
His Cash App. Let me know.
What's
I don't
happening?
mean to. I mean,
I can show you backstage
shit.
so you know how to get
I
back
got
there.
you.
And,
Yeah.
no, it's so funny. I just looked at my
Yeah.
phone and I was like, oh,
Yeah, follow me.
shit, Cash
Oh
App.
shit! It's the wrong one.
It's kind of weird. Yeah.